fruits, nuts, and seeds.
Chapatti, thank you for teaching us to be healthy.
The energy that I feel with these meals.
Chapatti, that was really yummy.
Like a kid with no toys. Health is my greatest joy. Come and see, come and be with our host Chapatti.
Hello, welcome. This is Food with Life. I am your host Chapatti, and the answer is the respiratory system. The respiratory system brings together the mind, body, and the spirit. And to help us and tell us a bit about the respiratory system and the importance of breathing and the lungs and the entire influence on the whole body are our wonderful doctors, Dr. Sumita Prajapati and our wonderful Dr. Dharmendra Dubey, who have come here all the way from Mumbai, India, to share some of their timeless wisdom with us. Please tell us about Ayurveda and the importance it has on the respiratory system.
Respiratory is called prana or a life force. So if your breathing is normal, if your lungs are good, if your respiration is good, then you are inhaling proper prana or oxygen in the blood, and then your each and every cells are properly nourished and rejuvenated. If your prana is not taken properly, then you have different kind of problems.
Now, breathing is so important, and it is the basis of us being here, walking and talking and everything. And I know it is so easy to come into problems with a cold, a cough, allergy, hay fever, congestion.
What you are talking about,
Yes.
these small problems, these are basically due to lack of immune system.
Oh, I see.
When your immune system is low, you get affected to cold, rhinitis, sinus. Like if your immune system is low, you go to the cold weather or you drink a cold water, immediately you catch cold. You start to sneeze. Or if you eat some wrong food, you immediately get affected by that. So this is due to a low immune system. So always it is important to improve your immune system. So in Ayurveda there are very good simple home remedies which always helps you to keep up your immune system, and if your immune system is good, you can automatically take care of hay fever, sinuses, rhinitis and all these problems.
Now, it seems obvious to me, but respiratory is air,
Yeah,
and air is vata.
yeah.
Yes. So when respiratory system is not good, is it a vata imbalance in some way?
Respiratory system, if it is affected because of two main doshas, vata and kapha.
Oh, okay.
So if your immune system is down or if your digestion is not good, then your lungs get filled up with the mucus, your sinuses is filled up with the mucus, that means kapha. And because of these blockages, the proper air flow is not there. So in place of going down, the air starts to come up, like in asthma. You get the wheezing sound and the choke up. Everything gives the wrong direction of air. So whatever food we eat or do home remedies, there should be something which brings down the vata. Like the spices we should use, like asafoetida or oregano or cumin. These are the spices which will help to improve the digestion as well as bring the wrong direction of air in a downward position.
I see, I understand now. Now, when we have the air flowing in the right direction, how does it connect to our hearing, and also the throat?
Yeah, it's very interesting, Like if you see, the hearing is directly connected to the air because hearing is related to the blood circulation. And if your nerves get weak, and the weakening of the nerves are due to the air or the vata element because it degenerates the nerves. So your hearing gets affected. And you must have, when you fly, aeroplanes, you get your hearing gets affected. Because that time if you see in the flight, more air is there or vata increases at that time and your hearing get affected, you get pain, So there are simple exercise, by which you can improve the blood circulation in the ear area. Just you have to hold your nose and blow from the ear.
Blow from the ears?
Yeah. This always helps you to maintain the equilibrium of the air, and you can improve the blood circulation and the hearing and bring the vata down.
Yes, yes. So that is the general. The vata is too high.
Yeah.
It brings air in the head. Yes. Now, very much is a difficulty men and women have when they get perhaps over 30, 35 years old, is the situation of what is tinnitus? Tinnitus, yes.
Yeah.
Can you say something about it?
Tinnitus is the same thing, because if you see in tinnitus, there are three bones in the ear, and these are related to each other. And when these bones get dry up due to the vata imbalance or the air going upwards or due to the aging process,
Okay.
then the blood circulation get affected and you start to get the ringing in noise and all those things. So it's necessary to make those area oiling. So the best thing what you can do, sesame oil, lukewarm. You should put 2 or 3 drops in each ear when you have tinnitus problem, and that helps the oiling in the ear, and the tinnitus reduces.
Okay, good. Thank you. Thank you. We're going to take a break. We're going to take a break and come back with our doctors for our second part. This is Food with Life. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Food with Life. I'm your host, Chapatti, and we are talking with our wonderful doctors about ways we can strengthen the immune system and strengthen the respiratory system and have our hearing good and breathing and all this. So we're now going to talk to them about some remedies we could use at home which can help us. So please, doctors, give us some ideas for the home remedies.
There is one very good home remedy. If like small kids, they suffer from cough, cold and pollen allergies or different kind of respiratory allergies again and again, and you need to give them antibiotics again and again, it's not good for their immune system. So if you do this kitchen remedy, this is the best for any respiratory allergies. You have to take basil juice, 2 teaspoonful.
How do you make basil juice?
Just take few leaves of basil, some
Yes.
leaves of basil,
Yes.
and churn it in a grinder. Also you can take 1 teaspoonful of ginger juice, 2 corn of black pepper, and mix them all together and put some honey in that, and tell the children or whoever is having cough cold to lick it every 1 hourly, and this will help them a lot from any cough cold problems.
Oh, very good. So the juice you make with some water and the basil or the
Yeah,
whatever it is.
little water you can add
Little
in.
water, yes, yes, to make it softy. Anything you want to say about perhaps a big problem is stress and asthma?
Yeah, it's very interesting. Nowadays what we are seeing, like asthma increases when there is more stress, or when the person is having anxiety and depression also. So this affects the asthma. Then they have to take the inhalers.
Yes.
Even though the season is good, they are eating the good food and they are even taking on the medication, still they get the asthma. So this is one of the reasons is the stress. So you should use certain kind of herbs which calms your stress level, like ashwagandha. It's very beautiful herb to calm your stress level. Or brahmi is another herb which also helps to calm your stress. Then there are certain simple home remedies they can do to improve their bronchus, or improve their lungs, so they don't suffer from asthma again and again. Like taking a ginger powder, like 1/4 teaspoon of ginger powder, and mixing with 1 teaspoon of honey, and taking it every day. That also helps. The licorice is another very good herb which also helps them to get rid of asthma.
Licorice?
Yeah, licorice.
Now, I know it been some time ago when I was not as healthy as now, whenever the winter season comes down, my breathing is heavy, and I think many people catch the cold easier. Even if they are warm when they go out in the doors, they have warm coats, but it's easy to have a cold. And I think because the immune system is not so strong. So what can you recommend for this?
See, there is a simple home remedy again, the basil leaves. Basil leaves are the best to increase the immune system. So every day they can have holy basil if it is available, it's much better. So 5 to 10 holy basil leaves, they can just clean it in a water and chew it. And another simple remedy is turmeric. Like quarter teaspoon of turmeric, if they are taking with water every day, that also helps to strengthen the immune system. Then there is one simple available herb all over the world, gotu kola.
Oh,
They can take that every day. That also helps to increase the immune system.
Gotu.
And there are some marma points also.
oh, can you want to show us some with the marma points?
Yeah, on your right hand,
Yes.
you have to press the fifth point. Like if you place 4 fingers, then
Yes.
after the 4th finger, the 5th finger is your marma point.
Mm.
So try to press this point 6 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Yes.
And leave it.
And let-
Again, if you want to do, again do it for 6 times.
6 times. How many times? How many steps? How many?
As many times as you want, or whenever you are free.
And you do it every day.
Every day.
And so, what would this? The effect of this would be strengthening the immune system, or?
Yes.
Yes.
This point is very good for the immune system.
Mm-hmm.
It will help you to get rid from any immune related problems, including asthma, bronchitis, sinusitis.
I might feel in a strange way when I'm walking on the road and someone says, "What you're doing?" "Oh, I'm just strengthening my immune system." they say you better go see some doctor. I say I already have. But the last thing is I'm wondering is, we're talking about the ear, nose, and the throat, and we haven't talked too much about the throat. Many times the colds and the coughs, we have a sore throat.
Yeah.
Is there something you can say to help the condition?
There are 2 simple remedies, One is turmeric. So take quarter teaspoon in warm water, 1 glass of warm water, and gargle it. So turmeric will work as an antiseptic and antibiotics. So any infection is there in the throat, that will go. Another remedy is licorice. Licorice also you can do the same thing. If you get licorice powder, have a quarter teaspoon, put it in a warm water, 1 glass, and gargle with that. Just after a few minutes, you will find your throat is better, and the sore throat or the noise in the throat will decrease.
Okay, good. Well, thank you very much. We're going to go in the kitchen and make a few recipes that will help us. And we want you to come with us in the kitchen in just a minute. This is Food with Life. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Food with Life. I am your host, Chapatti, and we have our wonderful guests today, Dr. Sumita Prajapati and Dr. Dharmendra Dubey, and they're going to help us because we're going to do another 1 or 2 recipes that deal a lot with the ears, the nose, the throat, and our respiratory system, and how these foods can help clear the channels and allow us to be breathing and hearing and all this very, very clearly. And the recipes are very wonderful, I'm sure. So here to explain them are our wonderful doctors. So please tell us, what would be our first recipe to use here?
We are making today a recipe. It's called split yellow mung bean dal.
Yes.
Or you can say split yellow mung soup. And this will help us not only to improve our digestion, but also to help our capacity of lungs and hearing to improve. So today what we will do, we will take 2 teaspoon of ghee and we will put it in a pan. Then we will take a 2 teaspoon of ginger, and you can have 1 teaspoon also, but if you have really lungs related problem, try to use more. So 2 teaspoon of ginger we are putting in this. Then you put coriander, 2 teaspoon in this.
I think I have a spoon here. I could mix around a little. Yes?
Yeah, sure. And like quarter teaspoon of cumin powder. Then you are using some like 1 teaspoon to half teaspoon of mustard seeds. Then like half a teaspoon of turmeric.
Yes.
And then you can use like a pinch of asafoetida. So pinch would be like this. You can use more or less according to your taste. Now you put the mung beans in this, and it's like a cup of a mung bean, and then 5 glass of water to it.
Other ingredient which we are using is turmeric, and turmeric everyone knows it's a very good antiseptic, antibiotic, as well as it is very good for protection against cancer and immune related problems.
Okay, okay. I think real quickly, I know the thing about bread. I love bread with foods.
Yes.
Can I eat the wheat bread with this? Is it good to have?
No, as per he told, wheat
Yeah,
is
yeah.
always producing mucus in your body and
Yeah,
doesn't get
okay.
digested properly.
Okay,
So it's always better to use other like sprouted whole grain breads or spelt bread or rye bread,
okay,
any other breads, and always toast it before you have it.
okay. Okay, my timeless timer says it's about ready. Should we try it?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, let's go.
Wow.
Oh, look
And
good
now
then.
chapati, we can put some black pepper in that,
Yes.
which is very good for the mucus and
Yes.
the sinuses. Little salt for taste,
Yes.
and to garnish, we can add little coriander or cilantro.
Cilantro. It's excellent. Better than excellent. And hope this helps you very much with your any problems you may have with the ear, the nose, the throat, or any respiratory problems. Thank you very much. We'll see you again very soon. This is Food with Life. Welcome back to Food with Life. I am your host, Chapatti. If you have a problem with the ears, the nose, the throat, the respiratory, you cough. If this happens to you much of the time, we have some very good foods that could help your body, your physiology, and your health. And we have some wonderful doctors here to help us. Dr. Sumitra Prajapati and Dr. Dharmendra Dubey, who have come here from Mumbai, India. And here they're going to show us some things that can indeed help our bodies to be better. Tell me, what are we going to do here?
We are preparing this recipe for respiratory problem, like someone if they have too much cough congestion or cold or nose block or ear block. Always we recommend to always use mostly warm, liquid and soupy kind of food. And this kind of food will always help you to dissolve the mucus very fast. So today we are going to share the recipe called carrot and ginger soup, which is very good for dissolving the mucus and open up your lungs and all your channels of ear, nose and throat.
Excellent, excellent. So what will be the ingredients that we put in here?
Yeah, so we are going to use the sesame oil.
Yes.
Even we can use the mustard oil, because mustard oil is supposed to be very good to cut the mucus from the lungs and the respiratory tract.
We can find it easily? Mustard
Yeah,
oil?
yeah.
Okay, good.
So first of all, we will use the sesame oil.
I'll stir when the other things come in.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Then we will use 1 tablespoon of ginger grated.
Very good.
We are going to put half a teaspoonful of turmeric powder, quarter teaspoonful of oregano, like quarter teaspoonful of black pepper, a pinch of asafoetida,
So can you tell me what are the ingredients good for example?
the ingredients whatever we are using are heating in nature and they are always very good for cutting down the mucus from the respiratory channels.
I see. And turmeric?
Turmeric is always good for antiseptic antibiotic property.
Yes.
So it will always improve your immune system.
And they had 1 or 2 more, yes?
Yeah, so now we have around 1 pound of carrots. We will add in this. And 1 red bell pepper.
Okay.
And into this we will mix 3 cups of water.
All right.
Now we can close the lid.
How long do we cook for?
We will cook this for around 30 minutes.
30 minutes, all right. Okay, so I think the timer tells me it's ready.
Yeah.
Huh? Let's see. Whoa, it looks very good. Shall we try some? Yes?
Yeah. So we have to first
Do you want to, what do you want
take
doing
it
first?
there because we will grind it.
Oh, we could put it in the blender.
Yeah. But before that we will add some salt for the taste
Oh, very good.
and salt will depend on your taste.
Yes, yes. Now mix it around.
Yeah. And then we will put it in a blender.
Can you add more pepper if you want to this?
Yes.
Oh, be careful, be careful. Be careful. Easy, easy, easy. Hold it up, hold it up. Okay, okay, you can put the pot down. Good. Okay, make sure the top is on when put this down. Ready?
It's done.
Okay, that's good.
So this is done. Your ginger.
Oh,
Carrot soup.
it looks wonderful. You see how it's affected. I'm sure it's very tasty. I can feel the effect of it already. Just breathing, it clears up the
Yes.
congestion. Just excellent. I want to thank our doctors for helping us here with this wonderful recipe. I am your host Chapatti, and thanks for watching Food with Life. Have a wonderful day and a very wonderful evening.